Forgiveness. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving each one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32. Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, if my brother keeps on sinning against me, how many times do I have to forgive him? 7 times? No, not 7 times, answered Jesus, but 70 times 7. Matthew 18:21 through 22. When a couple come to meet me, when a couple come to me and want to get married, I always ask them if they have had a real quarrel, not just a casual difference of opinion, but a real fight. Many times they will say, Oh no, we love one another. Then I tell them, Quarrel first, then I will marry you. The point is, of course, not the quarreling, but the ability to be reconciled to each other. The question is, are we able to forgive each other and to give in to each other? Walter Trobisch. A fault confessed is more than half amended. Lord, you know that we have had the most almighty row. In fact, I think the whole world knows, or at the very least, our next door neighbors. Who would have thought that trying to decide how we should spend an unexpected gift would bring us to this point of feeling that our marriage might be over? How could two people who really love each other, Lord, have such a violent disagreement over the very thing that was supposed to bring us joy? But surely I was right when I maintained that we should have a holiday. For how could anyone believe that it would be much better to spend the lot on a computer, even if it would be useful in your work? But Lord, I wish that I could bring them back. Those awful things I said, flinging the words like knives, wanting to hurt him just as much as he hurt me. I wish I hadn't brought his mother into it or the mistakes he'd made on earlier occasions. I wish I hadn't breakfasted in silence and then gone out to work without a touch or a loving word. Oh Lord, forgive me. You know that when we've disagreed before, it's taken ages before we have been ready to admit that we were wrong. We have spent days hiding behind a wall of icy silence, creeping out occasionally to hurl another wave of angry words, invisible missiles, but in their way as deadly to our health and happiness as broken bricks and bottles. Oh Lord, please help us both to put things right, to recognize that it is not of any great account which one of us is right or most to blame, that in this kind of war it's probably that we will both end up as losers, and that our love and life together is so much more important than any sum of money. Thank you and have a wonderful day.